Hey guys, welcome back to Mesha's Corner. Today I'll be doing my holiday ham finally. So let's get started. So traditionally you'll see pineapples, maraschino cherries on your ham. You can find thousands and hundreds of those online. I decided to go a different route and I'm going to do peaches. So I have a regular, just a sweet honey ham here. This is remember I used this into one of my drinks that I made the other day. And you just need like any kind of like syrup will work at this point. But I have reduced concentrated melon cantaloupe syrup, and that's what I'll be using to assist my sauce. That's going to be right here with my peaches. And those are my canned peaches back there. We're going to stick those bad boys onto our ham. So yep, let's get started. Alright, so to my little pot here I have some peaches, my fresh ginger. I'm going to add my brown sugar. I'm going to add the same amount of my reduction, and I'm also going to add the same amount of vinegar because we do need to balance out some of that sweet. You're going to put this on top of the stove. You're going to bring it to a boil, simmer it for about 15-20 minutes, and then we're going to puree it into a food processor, and this is what we're going to use to glaze our ham. I forgot to mention that I'm going to add some cloves down in here. I'm going to add 2 cloves, but we're going to remove those 2 cloves before we puree the sauce. Alright, so you want to preset your oven to 450 degrees, or I'm probably even just going to broil it. If I choose to broil it, I'm going to let you guys know. I want to see if I can get a little bit of color or a little bit of crustation if you will, before we add the peaches and the glaze on. Right now I'm brushing it with some melted butter, and you're going to pop this right into your oven so we can get it going. Because if we add the sauce now, then you know it's gonna burn, so we can't add it just yet. We have to cook it a little bit, and then we're going to make her pretty and delicious and amazing. So pop this in your oven until you get slight blistered color all around. Try broiling it. If not, like I said, just put it on 450 for about 30 minutes. Okay, I have my sauce down in my food processor. I'm just gonna pulse it until it becomes liquefied. So this is what my ham looks like after 30 minutes on 450. I ended up not broiling it. I decided to do the 450 for 30 minutes, and it did develop a lot of caramelization around the edges. Now I'm just going to take my sauce and just brush it. Cut your heat back all the way to 325 degrees because we don't want to bake the sauce and we need to cook our ham all the way through. So cut your heat back all the way to 325 degrees before you put it back in the oven. The sauce smells amazing. Just keep basting it. And when we take this back out the oven, then we're going to add the peaches on top and then let it go another 30 minutes, and then that'll be it. This is what the ham looks like after another 30 minutes with the glaze on top. This step is definitely optional as we already have the clove flavor in our glaze. Then I'm going to take my peaches and I'm going to line it all across the pineapple. I'm not going to cover the inside right there, but I am going to line the outside of the pineapple with the peaches. By the way, I'm using canned peaches as you guys can see, but you can for sure use fresh if that's, you know, what you prefer for this recipe. I use canned because it's easier to handle and less work basically, because you can't put a raw peach on top of the ham. You will for sure have to cook that down a bit before you added it to your ham. And yeah, so I'm just going to keep adding these on, and then I'll show you what it looks like and what I do next. Look how amazing this looks. This is why I always go with my gut instinct, because things always turn out well. 98% of the time it turns out alright. But you're going to add the rest of your glaze right over the peaches and onto your ham. I'll also remember, as usual, my ingredients will be in my description box. I'll also have an option in case you can't find that concentrated melon juice. I'll also have other options of some other things you can use besides that reduction. You're going to pop this back in the oven for another 30 to 45 minutes, and then we're pretty much done here. So this is what the ham looks like. It's finally done. My package read for it to cook 15 to 20 minutes per pound. So mine's has been in the oven for about 90 minutes. So that's what it looks like. It's nice and caramelized. The peaches are nice and soaked in that sauce and cooked. And it's beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you guys next time on my next video. Bye guys.